It is the City of Moose Jaw's Notorious Jawcast, and glad to be joined by City of Moose Jaw City Manager Maryse Carmichael, who has just passed the 3-month mark of her tenure here at the city. Maryse, thank you for taking some time.
My pleasure.
It's been a whirlwind of activity for you. Summer holidays are not two words for you that have really come into play much this year because you've been so focused on getting up to speed with the city. Is that an accurate assessment?
Absolutely. I thought for this year, it's an exception. I did not take vacation. You're correct, because I thought it was important to be here. The first 3 months, really, and you know what? It's not a bad time of the year to start a new job, because I had the summer where it's typically a little bit slower in a lot of different areas. So it gave me time to really ramp up, to really understand each and every department of the city, and to learn the ins and outs of a daily routine at the city.
What has stood out to you among maybe one or two things from this first 3 months of, again, you didn't have that municipal background coming in, so anything that has really surprised you, or perhaps something you maybe had some preconceived notions coming in that have been changed?
I think probably the area where I feel the most grateful, and that has been a little bit surprising, is just the variety of what we do at the city on a weekly basis. When we're looking at all the departments, from taking care of our parks and mowing lawns and ensuring that it's to some really vital portion of our day-to-day lives, of the water and sewer treatment and wastewater, our roads, and so really the different work that all the employees do, and the support that we give all the residents. For me, that's been probably one of the highlights for sure.
And I think, basically you need that first few months to really get that handle before we can really even think about any potential changes you may think are needed, correct?
Absolutely. I need to understand the work, the responsibilities that we have, and really how we're doing it before I will decide to make any changes. I need to really understand everything, and see as well what council vision is for the future for the city, what they want to see and do as well. So it's working with them, working with administration for the way forward.
And how has interactions with residents changed for you since you've started here compared to previous?
Well, there's always, one or two questions or one or two comments from different people in the city, but I think overall it's been positive, because I think they enjoy, for especially my close circle, my friends. Now they have a better understanding of the ins and outs at the city.
Just last week, well, we're recording this on August 24th. So last week, we issued a mid-year construction update, which really touched on operational pieces, and also some of the progress on different capital projects. We'll get to a couple of numbers in a moment, but why was it important to issue that?
To me, it was important to communicate with residents, and I think not only about mid-year construction update, but just to communicate in general. I think that's important. It's an important part of my job here with our employees, with council, but with residents too. So I wanted us to update everyone on all the work that has been ongoing here at the city. So mid-year for the construction, we all know we live in a very different, not different climate, but it's certainly a harsher climate. So for the roads, for the construction that is required, we need an active construction season in order to be able to maintain our roads and ensure that they're at the best possible state. So we issued this update really to, again, ensure that people understand the extent of the work that's been done, whether it's just sweeping, painting, potholes, construction of just preventive maintenance and repairs. So you can see from the update, both on the capital operational side, the extent of the work that's been done so far.
Yeah, I mean, the over 4,500 potholes repaired, that tells a couple of different stories. One, that our crews, despite maybe, concerns elsewhere because there are so many potholes, but we've been doing a lot of work in that area. But it does also speak to what you mentioned, our harsh climate and what that does to our roads over a winter season. Then you're coming out, you're already behind by the time the asphalt plants can actually fire up.
That's it. And that was one of the ones at Christmas time that was stuck at the airport in Regina because of the freezing rain we had. So really big changes in the weather, especially at Christmas time. So between the thawing and the freezing, that was an especially hard winter for the roads. Absolutely.
And when we are doing a lot of work in a lot of different areas, road work, paving work, and as we record this, they're just about done. The Main and Thatcher intersection, and water main work is just beginning on Fairford Street West, 5 to 800 blocks, in what is a really industrial business corridor. And of course, this year we had the repairs on High Street, dating back to the cast iron work in 2017, and so that sometimes the work is in remote places of the city without much effect to anybody, and sometimes,
Mhm.
yeah, unfortunately, there are detours, and it's inconvenient. But the good news is the work is getting done.
And that's it. And I go through the detour every day on my way to work and my way home at Main and Thatcher. But to me, it's a sign of a vibrant and alive community. Yes, there is work. Yes, sometimes it's a little bit of inconvenience when you have to take the detour. But in the end, it's very positive for the city because it means that we're looking after our roads, we're repairing, we're ensuring that they are, as I mentioned before, in the best possible state.
We've talked about your first 3 months. You've had a good chance to get a good sense of the lay of the land. What about the next 3 months? What are your goals?
Yes, so I've completed my review of every department in the city this coming Monday. So on the 28th of August, I will be bringing my observations to City Council of my first 3 months here at the city, and then provide them with a plan for the next few months. So of course we have budget. Budget time is coming up here in the fall at the city. So that'll be my first budget, going in a deep dive, really looking again at the state of financial health of the city. So you can expect that's going to be the main focus for the fall, between the budget and strategic plan that I'll put together for our administration and for council to use.
Well, we look forward to working with you, not just the next 3 months, but ongoing, of course. And I guess we should remind our residents, anybody watching, that they can keep tabs on yourself and things at the city of Moose Jaw that you're promoting through your Facebook page.
That's right. That's right. The City of Moose Jaw city manager, and it's my Facebook page, but really my view as in my job, in my role here as the city manager. So giving, a behind the scenes look at what we do at the city there.
Yeah, so give Maryse Carmichael, Moose Jaw City Manager, a follow on Facebook and keep up to date. And Maryse, we thank you for your time.
Thank you.
And we're sad to say it, summer is coming to an end soon. And certainly for our playground program, it is ending. And we're recording this on August 24th, the day of the Summer Fun Bash, the annual wrap up in Elgin Park for the playground program. And our Recreation Services Manager, Scott Osmachenko, is live on location at Elgin Park. Hi, Scott.
Hello, Craig. And yes, welcome from Elgin Park.
How many kids there today?
We expect to have probably about 300 kids here today. We've had a very successful playground program all summer long, and we invited the community, and they're here today. So yeah, we've got a lot going on. A lot of kids, a lot of parents, and a lot of Notorious fun happening today.
What can you say about the effort of our play leaders and the crew that makes this program happen every year?
Yeah, we can't be more prouder. They start the last week of June. They provide a program every day. Those super hot days we had, the cold days, we've taken them on field trips. They go along. They do so much fun throughout the park, and it's very, very busy. So again, it's a staple of our community. The kids have a great time, and it's fun to see kids that were in the program 10 years later become leaders. So we've seen a trend to that way too. So a great program.
And aside from the playground program, of course, we have summer day camps that happen throughout the summer at Yara Center, and uh, keep hearing how well attended those are. And again, the appreciation from parents of, boy, it's so great to be able to have my kids do these sorts of things during the summer and keep them active, and also may not have childcare, so it's a wonderful place to send your kids in lieu of that.
Yeah, that's right. So we have expanded it up to 60 kids this year. So we have been listening to the parents, listening to the hours. Like for everyone for next year, it starts at 7:30, goes all the way till 5:30. So it's a perfect weekday, and the kids aren't just doing, they're not sitting around watching movies all day. They are very active, running around. We've also introduced on Thursdays to go do field trips. Thanks to all the wonderful bus drivers in city transit, we're utilizing the buses. So keeping them out, going, doing all kinds of fun things. So yeah, the R Center Day Camp program has been great. And due to that success too, we're going to start again running that throughout the year. February breaks, Easter breaks, looking at expansion that way too. And yeah, and we'll be back again in the summer of 2024.
Well, as sad as it is for summer to come to an end, it is exciting for those that like to ramp up and get back into their regular classes. And of course, we just put out the notoriously active fall and winter rec guide for 23 and the start of 2024. So much to go through, but let's start with getting the fitness classes back on track.
Yeah, that's right. So we did have a summer fitness lull, but everyone kind of gets back into groove in fitness programs. So again, we have a wide variety of fitness classes. MT Fitness with Muriel Tully's back for its, been happening for almost 30 years at Sunningdale School. All the wonderful programs at the R Center, mornings, during the day, 55 plus evening classes. And then we have some yoga classes also happening at the event center. So much to do. And then believe it or not, we actually have, 3 water workout classes happening at the Sportsplex almost every day. So, again, opportunity for everything. And the best part of all those fitness classes, you can register or it's free with your Rec Pass membership. So a little plug for that as well.
Yeah, remind people about the memberships they can purchase.
Yeah, so you can buy just a swim membership if you want, or just a Yara Center. But what I really recommend is our Rec Pass membership. So that's all inclusive. That includes access to all the programs at the Yara Center, public swimming, all the water workouts, and then the public skating as well. So it is a great package for those who want to get back into it here in the fall.
So beyond fitness classes and some of the swimming you mentioned, a highlight again of the recreation guide is all the different community programs that people can take part in. We have people from the community step up and offer all sorts of recreation and activities. Give us some of the highlights.
We have a lot of those. If you're interested in volleyball, we have interested in badminton. We kind of brought those programs back. Again, we have one staple at Empire School, which is Taekwondo with Ron Roy's class there, Susha Martial Arts. Would highly recommend anyone if you're interested in getting into martial arts, that's a great opportunity. And what we've been finding too is actually families have been registering. So mom, dad, brother, sister, all doing it all at the same time. So again, all those programs are ready to roll. And again, those pickleballers, make sure you register early to get into your pickleball spot too. So.
Yeah, no kidding. We also have all sorts of notoriously active fun things for people to do just on a drop-in basis where you don't have to register, right?
Yeah, so actually one of the cool things we found out about doing our Parks and Recreation Master Plan is the importance of just drop-in programs. So we've heard that. So we have a lot of, like I said, you can just go drop-in swimming. We have a drop-in skating program as always, but we are looking for more programs. So we have a shinny program, kind of like a parent and taught skating program, as well as we're bringing back all of our drop-in programs at the Yara Center. So soccer, golf, lawn bowling, games night, all those activities that you can just register online, and it's just, as I said, just simply drop into. So, and as well, we'll be bringing back our youth activity center too as well. So Friday nights, lots for the teenagers to do as well. So again, I just can't tell everyone stress enough. Go to our website, look at all those lists, click on drop-in programs, and you'll see the list keep growing.
Yeah, check out the Parks and Recreation tab at moosejaw.ca, and you'll find those links to the rec guide and then the drop-in programs. And boy, it's just jam-packed with amazing things. Scott, anything else we're missing before we let you go?
So registration is online. Again, there's so many things, from babysitting to stay safe to all the sports classes, all the community programs, the library programs are in there, the museum programs are in there. And on the back page, if you have a neighbor who has a beautiful yard, make sure you nominate them for the beautification awards too.
All right, Scott Osmachenko, Recreation Services Manager, talking to us from the Summer Fun Bash at Elgin Park. We'll let you get back to the fun.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, everyone.